Hello, good afternoon everyone. Our names are Rodriguez, Gallardo, Karla, Andrea, Zambrano, Vazquez, Gerardo, and myself, Hector, Gonzalez, Lopez. Today we are here to give a presentation about Unit 3, Factor Psychological Consumer Behavior for our first partial assessment. Please, if you have any questions, we will be very happy to answer them at the end of this work. We hope you find this presentation both useful and interesting. Hello again, guys and teacher. As you know, my name is Hector Gonzalez, and today I'm here to present consumer personality and behavior. Personality is defined as the internal psychological characteristics that determine and reflect the way an individual responds to their environment. The nature of the personality. The nature of the personality is divided into three. The number one, personal reflects individual difference. The number two, the personality is consistent and enduring. And the number three, personality can change. Personality theories. The personality theories are divided into three. The number one, Sigmund Freud, is based on the needs and unconscious impulse, sexual desires, and biological character. And the number two, Neo-Freudian, meaningful relationships are important to combat anxiety and be loved. The number three, future, is based on qualitative studies such as observing the behavior of the authors. Personality and understanding of consumer diversity. And the number one is consumer desire for innovation, and this measurement of that personality trait offers relevant knowledge about nature and limits of the will of innovation in the consumer. Dogmatism. Dogmatism is a personality trait that measures the degree of stiffness that individuals show in the face of the and in the face of information that contradicts own established beliefs. Social character study the identification and classification of individuals in distinctive sociocultural types. The number four is need for uniqueness, refers to feeling unique. Number five is search for sensation and trait characterized by the need for variety, novelty, and complex sensation and experience, as well as the willingness to take physical risks and social issues derived from such need.
Thanks, you partner. Now I will tell you about cognitive personality factor. The need for cognition is a processing personality trait. Cognitive is the need for cognition with the which is measured the level in which an individual craves or enjoys the act of thinking. Visual users versus verbalized views. Those who prefer visual information and products that focus on the sense of sight, such as the interesting enjoy a club of fans of video recording. Verbalize those who prefer information and write a verbal product, such as test for joint reading workshop or club for audio recording enthusiasts. Behavioral theories of learning. Behavioral theories are not so interested in the learning process, but for the impulse and result of it, that is, the stimuli that consumers select for the environment and the resulting observable behavior. Classical conditioning. According to Paretian theories, conditioned learning occurs when a stimulus that is associated with another stimulus which processes a no response is sufficient to generate the same response when used alone. Instrumental conditioning. In terms or behavior of the consumer, the instrumental conditioning suggests that consumer learn through a process of trial or error where some shopping behavior generates more favorable results. Memory structure. Marketers argue that consumers often remember the benefits of the product rather than the attribute of it. Senses warehouse Aldera come to use through for senses with Weber. The senses do not transmit complete imaging as they would a photograph camera. Sheldon warehouse is the phrase of real memory when the information and where it's stayed for a short time. Long-term store retains information for relative long periods, relative information for relative long periods. This is the end of my participation. To continue with this presentation, Zambrano, Vazquez, Gerardo with use.
Hi, my name is Gerardo and I will talking about of consumer psychological factors. Motivation. Generally, we want to satisfy needs of different games and why we have a reason. Learning. People consumer behavior and interest change as they learn because they gain experience. Perception. The consumer pay attention to what interests you and not will take into account the rest. Conviction and attitudes. With learning, individuals adopt new beliefs and behaviors regarding the fact of buying. Maslow theory and types of needs. The psychologist Abraham H. Maslow claimed that all human beings are perpetually waiting, and that their needs are psychological and social. Establish of hierarchy needs and determine that those of lower order are satisfied, others of higher rank emerge. Needs for self-realization, affective, social, security, and psychology. Neuroscience is the story of nervous system. The nervous system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and sensory or motor nerve cell networks, called neurons, throughout the body. The goal of neuroscience is to understand how the nervous system works to produce and regulate emotion, thoughts, behavior, and basic body function, including breathing and keep the heart beat. Brain process. Cognitive functions are the process mental that allow us to receive, select, store, transform, process, and retrieve environmental information. This allows us to understand and relate to the world that around us. In the course of a single day, we use our brain functioning continually. Neuromarketing. It is a tool used by companies to create marketing strategies based on the response of stimuli given by the human brain. Well, this is the end of our work. In case you have a question, we will be very happy to clarify any doubt about the information we just shared. On behalf of my partners, I would like to thank you for attending this presentation. Good afternoon.